12 News at 10 starts now.
Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us. For 12 News at 10, I'm Kariba Devine.
I'm Mark Curtis. We begin tonight in Scottsdale, where the school district's governing board just voted 3-2 to close 2 schools to avoid a worsening budget shortfall.
Students at Pima Elementary School and Echo Canyon School will be forced to enroll at other schools this next year. 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra was inside that meeting and is live now with how families are reacting to this decision. Gabby, what are they saying?
Well, Mark Rebe, it was an emotional decision for many of the families in the room tonight. They're worried about what this could mean for the next school year. The board members who voted in favor of closing schools say it will help protect the district for the next 10 years. And those who were against it say other options should have been brought to the table. 2 different votes with the same outcome.
It passes 3-2.
A heavy decision with a big impact on families in the Scottsdale Unified School District.
The superintendent and the people on this dais do not have to live with the permanency that this decision makes today. The families, the staff, and the communities do.
The governing board approved a proposal to close Pima Elementary School and Echo Canyon School to save money amid an $8 million budget shortfall.
Voting yes to close these schools in the upcoming budget is incredibly difficult. I also believe it is the right thing to do.
The district attributes financial challenges to rising costs, declining enrollment, increased competition with charters and private schools, and a higher cost of living within the city of Scottsdale.
You will destroy South Scottsdale.
But many of the parents and community members who spoke ahead of the vote voiced a lack of trust in how the district came to this decision.
The administration is stuck in the mindset of a public school only market.
They pled with the board to push this decision, conduct a forensic audit of their finances, and increase proactive marketing.
We need to slow this crazy train down. I stand before you again to demand a community budget committee to make well thought out, informed budget decisions without closing schools.
But the board ultimately decided the time to act is now. Approximately 600 students will need to switch schools for the 2026-2027 school year. Some already have. The district reports 12% of Pima students and 17% of Echo Canyon students have already enrolled elsewhere.
We wish that we didn't have to be in a position to have these conversations. We know that in navigating it, there's a way to do it to help ensure that it's successful for everyone that's impacted by the decision.
And these 2 campuses will be repurposed for use by the district. This is just the first phase of their plan. Next year, the governing board will consider closing an additional 6 schools. Live in Scottsdale, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
Right, Gabby, thank you for that. Developing tonight in Phoenix, police are investigating a stabbing that took place on a city bus. Officers were called to the area of Central Avenue in Van Buren around 4:30 this afternoon for reports of a fight on a bus. When police arrived, they found a man who had been stabbed and then rushed him to the hospital where he is now recovering. Investigators are looking for the suspect who left the scene before police arrived.
New details tonight in a human trafficking case. Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell says Dennis Mitchell Jr. has been indicted on child sex trafficking and other felony charges. Glendale police arrested him last month at a Phoenix motel on 27th Avenue after a 14-year-old girl reported that he had been trafficking her and hit her during an argument. Mitchell's being held on a $150,000 cash bond. The trial is set for April of 26.
You may have seen this viral video going around showing a Gilbert teen launching himself 15 feet in the air on a dirt bike near a Gilbert neighborhood. Well, it ended with police arresting the 18-year-old and impounding his bike. This all happened back in October, but tonight the rider's father is speaking out, saying that the punishment his son has received does not match the crime. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly is joining us live near Wrecker and Bloomfield, where this jump happened. And Chase, what's the latest there?
Well, Graby, I want to give you another perspective of how big of a jump this was. So that 18-year-old launched himself all the way over there, going again 15 feet in the air over the road into the neighborhood, over the median with these trees, across another road, and then landing somewhere in this area. I say that because I believe this is the divot right here from where his bike landed, and then he took off. Now, when I spoke with that 18-year-old's father, he told me he does not condone what his son did. but again, believes that the consequences of his actions go a little too far. 18-year-old Sam Campbell has been riding since he was 3, going on to compete in countless races.
He's a very accomplished rider. He's a national A-level racer.
His dad, Nick Campbell, sharing these videos with us. But this video taken in October showing Sam making a huge jump over a road leading into a Gilbert neighborhood is one Sam and his dad didn't know about.
We did not post that video. We, as a matter of fact, the video was posted very, very early on. Just after the jump, we requested that video be taken down, and it was. It got reposted about 30 days later,
getting millions of views.
My initial, feeling on it was incredibly disappointed. Not in Gilbert, but with him. Like, come on, you know better.
Ending with the 18-year-old getting arrested and his bike impounded. Gilbert police telling us Sam was charged with reckless driving.
He had to spend the night in jail. He was handcuffed and put in a police car. They put him in leg irons in the detention center for jumping.
A punishment Campbell believes isn't justified.
He's not a criminal. He's not egging houses. He's not vandalizing. He's not selling drugs. He's never done that. He's a racer. He made a mistake.
Saying Sam is currently studying to become a nuclear engineer and worries what impact this will have on his future.
It's been overwhelming. Like I said, he's very, very low key. He does not chase a spotlight. He does not seek validation.
This isn't the first time a rider has made this jump. Back in October, Gilbert police posted this video of another motorcycle rider doing the same thing in September. They were also arrested and charged with reckless driving, with their bike getting impounded. Gilbert police sending us a statement that says in part, the Gilbert Police Department stresses the dangers posed by unsafe riding, especially in residential neighborhoods and on our roadways. Campbell hoping common ground can be reached in this matter.
I mean, we're not here to badmouth the Gilbert PD or anything like that. We just want a peaceful, good ending. Let's cooler heads prevail. Let's see if we can work something out where everybody's okay. I can assure you he's not going to do it again.
Now, Campbell tells me his son hasn't been riding since the arrest, that police still has his dirt bike as evidence, and at this time, they don't know when they will get the dirt bike back. We're live in Gilbert tonight. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
All right, Chase, thank you for that. Now to a major update on a 12 News exclusive. A Mesa family has been reunited with their mother's ashes after they believe someone had maliciously walked away with them. Bo Gent used sunflower cremation and burial in East Mesa to convert his mom, Barbara Hall's remains into ashes. But last week, he and his relatives were told that someone had already come by to pick them up. Now that came as a shock to them, as nobody from their family had retrieved them. The business pulled their surveillance footage and then showed an unknown man walk in, and he was given Barbara Hall's ashes. Sunflower told 12 News that he mentioned her by name and had sensitive details that only a family member would know. And we are now learning tonight that that is not the full truth. The employee who met with the man failed to ask for a photo ID or require a signature. Today, Mesa police got involved. They found the man in the video, and it turns out he was given the wrong ashes without knowing it, meaning that he is just as much a victim as Barbara Hall's family. This evening, Sunflower worked to reunite both families with the right ashes and make a terrible mix-up into a happier ending.
A federal ban on new DJI drones could take effect this month. The Chinese company dominates the U.S. drone market, especially in the public safety sector. Fire departments say they rely on DJI for everything from search and rescue to wildfires. And they tell us that losing access to new drones or even batteries for the drones could ground their programs. 12 News journalist Kyle Simchuk shows us what's at stake.
At Regional Fire and Rescue in Casa Grande, drones have become nearly as vital as fire trucks.
We started the unit in 2019. We've been to quite a few fires.
Air Division Chief Luis Martinez says their 2 DJI drones help crews see hotspots, monitor structure fires, and even respond to hazmat calls. Larger departments like Phoenix rely on them too.
Very useful tool. We couldn't function without it, let me tell you that.
But that tool could soon be harder to maintain. Under the National Defense Authorization Act, if DJI isn't formally audited for security by December 23rd, new DJI drones and spare parts will be banned from entering the U.S.
And with this ban, we won't be able to get any new batteries. So that, in effect, will ground our drones.
Martinez says U.S.-made drones are an option, but not a realistic one for small agencies.
Oh, the cost is ridiculous. I mean, the drone we have right now, we can replace for $10,000. But to replace it with a U.S. manufactured drone is about 3 times the cost, and they're less capable.
It's a hard bullet to swallow, but the departments are going to just have to pay more in order to, one, increase our capability.
Cameron Chell, CEO of Dragonfly, a Canadian-based company which manufactures drones in the U.S., says the ban is a matter of national security.
DJI has done an incredible job of scaling their business and producing a fantastic product at a low price. So the immediate impact is that drone prices are going to go up, but eventually what it means is twofold. One, our capabilities are going to be greater, and second of all, our data is going to be secure.
Chell says DJI products aren't necessarily being used to spy, but the amount of data the company collects is itself a risk.
The flight log data, the payload data, the maintenance records, the speed, they can very easily add that to their big data file, and they get a very clear picture of, hey, construction's happening in this part of the country, agriculture is doing this, this is the type of fertilizer they're spreading.
In a letter to the government, DJI says it welcomes a federal audit, writing, DJI is confident that its products can withstand your strictest scrutiny. We are confident not only because we have nothing to hide, but because independent firms and other U.S. government agencies have repeatedly validated and confirmed that DJI's products are secure. If the ban starts later this month, current owners can still fly DJI drones, but without replacement parts, no one knows how long. Kyle Simchuk, 12 News.